Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. Don't forget to click subscribe for weekly geopolitics and finance updates. Join me today as we head over to Turkey. Turkey occupies a crucial geopolitical position at the crossroads of Europe and Asia. Since joining in 1952, this strategic location has made it a valuable member of NATO. Turkey controls access to the Black Sea, a vital waterway for both Russia and NATO. Its armed forces are the second largest in the alliance, boasting significant military capabilities. Turkey has actively participated in NATO operations, including missions in Afghanistan and Kosovo, demonstrating its commitment to collective defense. Turkey has also conducted military exercises with NATO allies, showcasing its interoperability and readiness. These exercises enhance coordination and cooperation among member states. Turkey's strategic location and military capabilities make it an indispensable ally for NATO. Its contributions to the alliance's collective defense and security are significant. Despite its strategic importance, Turkey's relationship with NATO has been marked by periods of tension and disagreement. As a key member of the alliance, Turkey's geographical position serves as a bridge between Europe and the Middle East, making it a crucial player in regional security dynamics. However, this strategic location has also placed Turkey at the center of numerous geopolitical conflicts and disputes, both within and outside the NATO framework. One of the most enduring sources of friction within NATO is the Cyprus conflict, which dates back to the 1970s. This issue has been a persistent thorn in the side of NATO unity, as it involves two of its member states, Turkey and Greece. The conflict began when a Greek-backed coup aimed at uniting Cyprus with Greece led to a Turkish military intervention. The island has since been divided into the Republic of Cyprus, which is internationally recognized, and the Turkish Republic of Northern Cyprus, recognized only by Turkey. Turkey's invasion of Cyprus in 1974 was a direct response to the coup, and it resulted in a lasting division of the island. This division has not only strained relations between Turkey and Greece, but has also complicated NATO's internal dynamics. The ongoing dispute over Cyprus has led to numerous diplomatic standoffs and has hindered NATO's ability to present a united front on various issues. In more recent years, Turkey's frustration with what it perceives as a lack of support from NATO allies in its fight against Kurdish groups has further strained relations. Turkey has been engaged in a long-standing conflict with the Kurdistan Workers' Party, or PKK, which it considers a terrorist organization. This conflict has spilled over into neighboring countries, complicating Turkey's relations with its NATO allies. The PKK, designated as a terrorist organization by Turkey, the United States, and the European Union, is seen by Turkey as a major security threat. However, the level of support and cooperation Turkey receives from its NATO allies in combating the PKK has often been a point of contention. Turkey feels that its allies do not fully appreciate the severity of the threat posed by the PKK, leading to a sense of isolation and frustration. Additionally, Turkey has expressed significant concerns about the Syrian Kurdish People's Protection Units, or YPG, which it views as an extension of the PKK. The YPG has been a key ally of the United States in the fight against ISIS in Syria, creating a complex web of alliances and rivalries. Turkey's military operations against the YPG in northern Syria have been a source of tension with the United States and other NATO members, who see the YPG as a crucial partner in the region. The 2016 coup attempt in Turkey further exacerbated tensions within NATO. The failed coup, which aimed to overthrow President Recep Tayyip Erdogan, led to a massive crackdown on perceived dissidents and a significant shift in Turkey's domestic and foreign policy. The aftermath of the coup saw a deterioration in Turkey's relations with several NATO allies, who were critical of the Turkish government's response. Turkey's government accused Fethullah Gülen, a US-based cleric, of orchestrating the coup and demanded his extradition. This demand has been a major point of contention between Turkey and the United States. The Turkish government has provided what it claims is substantial evidence of Gülen's involvement, but the US has been reluctant to extradite him, citing legal and evidentiary standards that must be met. The United States' refusal to extradite Gülen, citing a lack of sufficient evidence, has been a significant source of diplomatic tension. This issue has not only strained bilateral relations, but has also impacted NATO's cohesion. Turkey's perception of a lack of support from its NATO allies in addressing what it sees as existential threats has led to a growing sense of mistrust, and has complicated the alliance's ability to operate effectively as a unified entity. President Recep Tayyip Erdogan's domestic agenda and nationalist rhetoric have also played a role in shaping Turkey's relationship with NATO. Erdogan has consolidated his power in recent years, overseeing a shift towards a more authoritarian style of governance. He has cracked down on dissent, targeting journalists, academics, and opposition figures. Erdogan's nationalist rhetoric, often emphasizing Turkey's Ottoman past and its role as a regional power, has resonated with a segment of the Turkish population. This rhetoric has also contributed to a more assertive foreign policy, with Turkey seeking to project its influence beyond its borders. Erdogan's domestic policies and nationalist rhetoric have raised concerns among some NATO allies about Turkey's commitment to democratic values and the alliance's principles. The Kurdish question, a persistent security concern. The Kurdish issue has been a deeply rooted and complex challenge for Turkey, spanning several decades and involving multiple facets of political, social, and military dimensions. Turkey's security concerns regarding Kurdish groups, particularly the PKK and its affiliates, have been a long-standing issue. The PKK, or Kurdistan Workers' Party, is considered a terrorist organization by Turkey, the United States, and the European Union. This group has been at the center of Turkey's security policies and military strategies for years. Turkey views these groups as a direct threat to its national security and territorial integrity. The fear is that any form of Kurdish autonomy or independence could inspire similar movements within Turkey's own borders, potentially leading to a fragmentation of the state. The PKK has waged an armed insurgency against the Turkish state since the 1980s, resulting in the loss of thousands of lives. This conflict has not only caused significant human suffering, but has also strained Turkey's resources and impacted its international relations. Turkey has conducted numerous military operations against the PKK, both within its borders and in neighboring countries like Iraq and Syria. These operations are aimed at dismantling PKK bases and preventing cross-border attacks. The Turkish military has employed a range of tactics, from airstrikes to ground incursions, to achieve these objectives. It has also sought to target the group's financing and support networks. By cutting off financial resources, Turkey aims to weaken the PKK's operational capabilities. This involves extensive intelligence operations and international cooperation to track and disrupt funding channels. Turkey's fight against Kurdish groups has often put it at odds with some NATO allies, particularly the United States. The differing perspectives on how to handle the Kurdish issue have led to tensions within the alliance. While Turkey prioritizes its national security, some NATO members have other strategic interests in the region. The US has provided support to the Syrian Kurdish YPG in the fight against ISIS, despite Turkey's objections. The YPG, which Turkey views as an extension of the PKK, has been a crucial ally for the US in combating ISIS. This support has included military training, equipment, and intelligence sharing, further complicating the dynamics between Turkey and its NATO allies. Sweden's NATO bid caught in the crosshairs. Sweden's application to join NATO has become entangled in Turkey's complex relationship with the alliance. This bid, which was initially seen as a straightforward process, has now turned into a diplomatic quagmire, reflecting the intricate web of international relations and national interests. Turkey has accused Sweden of harboring members of the PKK and other groups it considers terrorists. The PKK, or Kurdistan Workers' Party, has been a thorn in Turkey's side for decades, leading to a long-standing conflict that has claimed thousands of lives. Turkey's concerns are deeply rooted in its national security priorities. It has demanded that Sweden extradite individuals it accuses of terrorism and crack down on Kurdish groups operating within its borders. This demand has put Sweden in a difficult position, balancing its commitment to human rights and democratic values with the geopolitical necessity of joining NATO. Sweden has made some concessions to Turkey, including lifting an arms embargo imposed after Turkey's incursion into Syria in 2019. This move was seen as a significant step towards appeasing Turkey, but it has not been enough to fully address Ankara's concerns. However, Turkey has maintained its objections, arguing that Sweden's actions are insufficient. Turkish officials have repeatedly stated that more concrete steps are needed to ensure that their security concerns are adequately addressed. Turkey's veto on Sweden's NATO membership has highlighted the leverage Ankara holds within the alliance. This situation underscores the complex dynamics within NATO, where individual member states can exert significant influence over collective decisions. It has also raised concerns about the potential for individual members to block future expansion or decision-making. The situation with Sweden serves as a reminder of the delicate balance of power within NATO and the challenges of maintaining unity in the face of diverse national interests. As the negotiations continue, the world watches closely, aware that the outcome will have far-reaching implications for the future of the alliance and the security landscape of Europe. The future of NATO hangs in the balance. Will the alliance adapt to accommodate Turkey's concerns while upholding its core values? Can Turkey reconcile its ambitions with its commitments to the West? The answers to these questions will shape not only the future of NATO, but also the trajectory of global security in the 21st century. Share your insights on Turkey's role in NATO. Is it time for a new approach? Let's discuss in the comments below.